Hey guys, this is Santiago with Rogue Van Company coming to you with a Fox Den walkthrough video. This is a much requested customer favorite. Come check it out. So jumping into the Fox Den, we're going to come right in here in the front. We've got all custom matching beetle kill pine. This of course is like the leftovers from pine that gets killed by non-indigenous invasive beetles. It causes the wood to rot and warp, which gives it this blue color. It's a ecological byproduct, which is cool. We try and use it as much as possible. It's really nice. It's aesthetically really pleasing and people like it. You've got fold down table here, flip up table here, and then we've got a little Ninja air fryer built directly into the cabinet face. Our customer tells us that in his 18 months of having this van, he uses that all the time. Here in the front of the van, we've got our in-habit floor mats. They're throughout the dash and the cab and into here in the rear. We've also got our True Van screens front and back. The True Van screens are super heavy duty and we really like them. We use other screens in our other builds. Our customer brought us these True Van ones, but we actually think they're pretty cool. And across from the sliding door, we have our composting toilet. We have a Nature's Head composting toilet inside of here. We do a pee diverter to the gray water tank, matching Pendleton cushion. You take the cushion off, you can open up the drawer. It reveals the toilet inside. This opens up and sits on here. You can sit down. Doesn't get you in the way of your knees or anything, or the bottom of your thighs. We have all different kinds of accoutrements for the toilet that are inside of here for storage. This is on a little hinge so it stays open. Close that up when you're done. And that's the toilet box. So this was a super custom build that we did for our customer. They had a lot of things that they wanted us to put in this thing, a lot of unique features, a lot of really interesting design aspects. I want to take you through kind of what the process looked like, how it all works, what it looks like when you get a Rogue van, and then I want to show you how we executed those things in this van, the Fox Den. So based on the namesake of the van, the Fox Den, our customer, the Fox, came to us and they said, hey, we have been looking at all these different vans with all these different features. I like this, I don't like this, I don't like that. I had them compile a huge file basically of all the different design features that they saw out in the world so that we could take them all together and make something that they really could use and enjoy for a long time. Starting with this hexagonal seating area, you'll see that behind me we've got custom Pendleton insert cushions. We've got storage inside of all these 3 bench spaces, and it forms kind of a hexagon. It's almost like a 70s style, like conversation pit, which I think is really cool. I wish that we'd bring that back in modern design. You've got RGB lights to either side of the bench. You also have them in the flares. You have multiple lighting zones. Everything is beetle kill pine, including these countertops. Moving back to the benches though, you have a hidden safe in the floor inside. You have hinges, you have automatic lights that turn on when you open each of the cabinet compartments here in the bench. And then you have a hexagonal shape lagoon table that clicks down into the center to make this into a day bed. These cushions unfold from the wall and fill in the spaces so that you can kind of have like, if you have like a large dog or if you have kids, this would make like a nice little daybed space, or it could just be a place you could kind of curl up and hang out. Now another thing this client came to us with is they wanted a place to be able to work, right? So we inset this monitor into the wall to enable them to wirelessly cast to their desktop or their laptop. So they can sit here with their lagoon table. They've got a Wii Boost there. We've got Starlink on the roof. And you've got a little fan here for like a nice little cross breeze if you want to hang out and work. Anyway, what it means is that they can essentially have a nice workspace here, which is super accessible. The screen is kind of tucked in and out of the way, and that makes for an ease of use, and it displays really nicely. So the hexagonal bench space, you've got these little cup holder kind of gear stash spots here. This is where we vent the cruising comfort. It comes straight out of here, kind of hits this and disperses. We thought that would be the nicest way to not give up any storage. We originally created a venting compartment in here that came out of the uppers, but we weren't happy with airflow, so we did a design change after the fact, and we brought it up through this cup holder space right here. You can see that these cabinets are also at a 45. We also angled all of our drawers at a 45 as well. So this was a lot of fun to build. If we didn't have a CNC, it probably would have taken about 3 times as long. Look at this huge pantry slide with a 45-degree face. This was not simple, but it was a lot of fun, and it was definitely what our client wanted, and so it was really gratifying to do at the end. This is also the last van we ever did with painted cabinets. So from this point forward, we started using different types of laminates. This type of paint is like a two-stage paint with a cure and a catalyst. It's extremely hard, it's very scratch resistant, it's worn really well. So this build is over 18 months old now, and I'm really happy with the fit and finish of the van and of the paint. But yeah, we've moved away from that now. One of the key features about the Fox Den van is a massive kitchen space. We've got a built-in RV style propane cooktop right here built into the countertop. We've got our large Indel Webasto fridge. We've got tons of storage space, drawers, all click lock hardware on this. We also have lots of storage space and click lock hardware on this side for these drawers. We've got these large open cabinets with a garbage pull out here and a sink area underneath. Over here on the sink, we've got our built-in cutting board. This removes like this with these little thumb areas. It's got a sink basket and a catch in the bottom with a grill. You've got your main faucet. This is a filtered drinking water faucet. This goes directly from water filters that we have in the rear. So if you want to have directly filtered drinking water, you don't have to pass your entire system through that. Usually that has limited flow. So you can just stick a cup right here, turn this on. You've got dimmable lighting throughout, which is a feature that we do standard. Also three-way lighting, there's another switch back there. You've got RGBs in the bench area, also in the flares, and then you also have RGBs up here in the Fox Den lighting feature. Fox Den lighting feature was something that we custom cut with our CNC. We also sent some stuff out to laser. We painted it, we mocked it all up. It's frosted plastic overlaid with plywood that we cut and painted, built into the ceiling with RGBs built into it as well. Coming here in the back, we've got our gear slide storage. So you got 500-pound slides on a locking mechanism. You open it up, stays. You can stand on these. They're super hardcore. Slides back in. On the sides here, we've got our RB Components gear storage soft bags. So these have little bungees on them and they screw in from the back side of this. And then these are our custom upholstered door panels that we do in all our builds when we do cargo vans. We can talk more about the water and power components here. In the back, you see we've got a vented cabinet for our batteries. We're using the Big Battery Owl. They're each about 170 amp hours. You multiply that by 4, gives you 680 amp hours of battery power. That's powered by a Nations 4K 12-volt alternator and 900 watts of solar on the roof. We've got a power cabinet here on this side. It's also where the Starlink lives. The customer keeps a toolkit in there as well. We've got a variety of MRBF fuses along with resettable breakers in here. 12-volt panels. We've got a Victron battery protect. We've got a very large 150-60 TR smart solar Victron charge controller, a multi-plus, all the usual kind of Victron goodness that we put in all our builds. We vented all of these cabinets on the doors, also on the backs of the cabinets. We've got little access hatches that the customer asked us to add in after the fact. So we took a router and we just routed these by hand. We didn't do them with a CNC. And then if you come over here, you can see we've got a little 120 accessible outlet there. We also have one on the outside, and then we've got our shore power stuff on the driver's side of the van. That was the Fox Den. This van is for sale. The owner is selling it and getting into a new project. Let us know if you want any more details. We have full listing description on our website and in the comments below.